Welcome back to Broken Electronics. I'm Lee, and I am so happy that you were able to take the time to spend a little time here today. Now, in the last video, you saw me take that old, beaten up PowerMac G3 blue and white that I got in the Facebook Marketplace expedition and start to bring it back. I did some basic repair work, replaced a handle, put the hard drive tray in, etc. I did some important upgrades. And at the end of the video, after some fiddling, I did get the machine to boot up. Now, the main idea here, one of the main ideas, is I need to take that 40 gigabyte hard drive out of the machine, and I want to replace it with an SSD. That SSD, as of right now, has no operating system on it. Well, no problem. It's got an optical drive. We can install OS 9 just for the heck of it. Install OS 10.0 Cheetah. And really important, installing Tiger. Tiger is so important because, of course, it is an OS of choice. There are people very dedicated towards keeping Tiger alive and kicking in the modern world. So if you need to do any accessing of the internet at all, Tiger is your best option. Fortunately, I thought this through before I embarked on the process. Tiger's a DVD. Blue and whites don't have DVD drives. They came with CDs only. All right, how am I going to work my way around that? Well, of course, there's my FireWire installer. I've got OS 9 on that. I've got Panther, and I've got Tiger. The thing is, and I just found this out relatively recently, PowerMac G3 blue and whites can't boot from FireWire. Oh, so what to do? Well, here's what I have come up with. As of right now, the drive isn't even in the machine. We can, for now, carefully, these things are a little fragile, remove the adapter. I can connect this to another machine, such as my Sawtooth, which I just recently did a long series on, the most powerful Sawtooth in the world. I can connect it via FireWire 800 to the Sawtooth and install the operating systems that way. Now, I can install OS 9 and 10.4 Tiger using that. Cheetah. And I just want to have a machine. Since the Sawtooth lost the ability to boot into Cheetah, I'd like to have a machine where I could, just for historical interest, if nothing else. So, I can then install those operating systems onto this SSD using the Sawtooth, and then put the SSD into the blue and white, and we should be good to go. At least that's the theory, but as you know, things often don't quite go completely according to plan. Well, if you want to find out how it does go, please stay tuned. Okay, we're booted into Tiger on the Sawtooth, and I booted it into Tiger specifically because I wanted to check the 3-part destination partitions here and make sure they had Mac OS 9 drivers on them, which they do. So, we're going to restart. And I'm holding down the Option key. restart. Okay, into the bootloader, and it should start to populate. There we go. There's going to be a lot of options here, of course. All right. Okay, so I'm just waiting here to get the cursor back so I can select Install Tiger. Okay, and we do that, and let's boot up. One of the nice things about having these installers on FireWire, it just goes so much faster. Even though it's the enclosure itself is a FireWire 400 enclosure, it still is so much faster than booting from a DVD. Okay, and here we are. Use English as the main language. Welcome to macOS installer. Continue. Agreed. All right, now something has gone wrong here. I am not seeing open disk utility because I'm not seeing the nope, it's not showing what I had planned as the destination at all. Turn the disk off. Turn it back on. And there it goes. All right. Yeah, those OWCs, well, no, we don't want to install on OS. I want to install on Tiger. All right. Continue. Now we want to customize. We do want X11. We do not want language translations. We do not want additional fonts. I mean, realistically, the chance that I am ever going to print anything from this computer, but just for the heck of it, we'll leave the Lexmark drivers in there. And here we go. Now, this goes way faster than a normal installation because of the FireWire drive. I am, however, not going to make you wait all the way through it. We'll report back when we actually, hopefully, have gotten somewhere. Stay tuned. That was literally like 3.5 to 4 minutes. I didn't have a stopwatch on it. All right. And we'll boot up. Pinwheeling, okay. Beach ball is stopped. And never miss the chance for a welcome video. Boy, would I love it if they would bring back welcome videos. That would be so cool. We'll see if I get dinged for this. I never have. The only one I've ever had a problem with was Panther. So if you don't hear the music, you will know that I in fact got dinged. All right. We don't want to transfer information because we want to set this up clean. Okay. All right. We will skip the Apple ID for now. Now, I want to go this far into this because a pro tip, you know, registration information. Tiger came out in 2005, yet it's going to keep bugging you to register. However, on the keyboard, Command Q. You have not finished setting up macOS before you use it, so we're just going to skip. All right, I'm going to finish setting things up, and then we'll be back when we're at a desktop. All right, sure enough, there was a glitch. I was going through the process of setting up, got to time zone, just set the time zone, and it beach balled. I couldn't get out of it. Now, it turns out the enclosure into which I'd put the SSD had cut out. You may remember when I was installing, I had to toggle it off and on to get it to show up. So I switched to a different enclosure. It's Power 400, but it is more stable. Yeah, that's been an issue with those OWC enclosures. They work, and they're very handy, but they can be erratic. All right, so we've got a zillion software updates to do, so I'm going to do that. And you don't need to see that happen because it does take forever. All these Java updates, one after another. For some reason, you can't do a combined. All right, stay tuned. All right, all the software updates are done. Yay! Very glad to hear that. We have done a couple of customizations. I thought it'd be easier while connected to the Sawtooth. I did download 10.4 G3 Feature Parity Release 30, the current version. I also downloaded 10.4 Bird for G3, and the reason it was important to do this while on the Sawtooth was I could just transfer my profile over from the existing one in Tiger. That saves a great deal of time as far as setting that up. Everything else we should be able to do once we're back in the blue and white. Yeah, the software updates just took forever, but at least in Tiger, you can still just click software update and they come through. Prior to Tiger, that's not true. Panther, for example, but also Cheetah. So I took a moment, logged onto my network file server, where I've saved the combo update to macOS 10 10.0.4, which will be necessary once Cheetah gets installed. All right. Now, I have experienced some issues with the OS 9 install on the installer drive. You know, we've got install OS 9, but it hasn't always worked. So I think with OS 9, we're going to go back to the old-fashioned way. Of using a CD. So let's see if that mounts up. It had better. I just recently put this drive in. It's spinning up now, and here we go. All right. So we'll close that down. We will restart. And I'll hold down the C key. Now I'll hold down the C key. And that should boot from the CD. Hopefully. Okay, that looks to me like OS 9 trying to boot up. We got a happy Mac. And yeah, this is going to be on the slow side. I mean, OS 9 installs quickly, so we shouldn't have too big a problem. Here's our CD background. Okay, I'm going to bring you back once we're at the desktop. Well, this is unexpected. 15.4 gigabytes. Now that would be the OS 9 drive. That's the only thing that would be 15.4 gigabyte. Well, initializing will erase all information. Well, we shall see. I don't know what else would be approximately 15 gig. Well, this is not going well. Stay tuned. Okay, this is frozen. Try to go back to the bootloader. This is happening. Okay, waiting for the SATA drives to load. And okay. So if nothing else, Tiger is still there. And just to make sure it's working, I'm gonna, oh well, I can't because this takes forever to do its scan. Come on now. All right, anyway, what I've got planned here is up, and we can do it now. Just to boot back into the Tiger installation and make sure that it still works, so stay tuned. Well, if nothing else, our Tiger install still exists. That hasn't been damaged. I think I'm just gonna eject this because this is not working well. All right, disk ejected, and close that up. All right. Now, I see that what's missing here. Well, let's go to disk utility. Yeah, the OS 9 SSD did get erased. Okay. All right. So let's format that again. And it pops right back up. Okay. All right. I don't really know why I'm having a problem getting OS 9 to install. However, I do know that in order to install Cheetah, according to the plan, we're gonna have to go back to the blue and white and put the drive into the blue and white. That then should allow us to use the CD drive in there. That may have more success at booting the installer, and we can get OS 9 and then Cheetah on it. At least that's the plan, and we're going to have to leave that for tomorrow. It is getting late now, and I think probably this video has gone on long enough, or more than long enough. So anyway, be good to other people. Boy, do we need people to be good to us. Be good to yourselves. Once we've made this a better world, you want to be able to enjoy that to the fullest. It's not a better world yet, so please take very, very good and careful care in these difficult times. All right, we'll be back very soon with the OS 9 and Cheetah installations, I sincerely hope. And once we've done with that and got it set up, we'll see an overview of this machine and how it's running. And once we're done with that, we're going to have a whole bunch more other stuff. So until that other stuff comes up in the channel, this has been Broken Electronics.